everyone, and welcome to Diary of a Business Woman. My name's
Hello,
Christine,
I'm
and
Charlotte.
this is.
Sorry, I interrupt a lot, which is exactly why we're going to be talking about ADHD today.
See, you even did it then. I was just about to say, today we're talking about ADHD, but that's okay. Tell me, Charlotte, what first alerted you to your ADHD?
My counsellor, my counselling sessions, I had been seeing her for a couple of years, and she just one day said to me, "Have you ever considered that you might have ADHD?" And I thought,
Wow, and how long ago was that?
that was during COVID, 2021. So sort of mid
And how did that
2021.
make you feel?
I didn't feel worthy of having a label. I didn't feel like I deserved to have a reason for some of the chaotic things that I've done, some of the scary choices I've made in the past. I didn't feel like I deserved a reason for that. It was quite a it's a really challenging concept to accept that there is physically something going on inside my brain that impacts these decisions and my like how I grew up. So I didn't feel like I deserved any diagnosis.
So, what did you do once you accepted it?
I still am in the process of accepting it, I believe, because I wasn't diagnosed for another 2 years after that.
Wow, so just last year was that?
Just last year I was diagnosed. Um, because I needed a diagnosis to help me with the next steps I wanted to take. I was content without one. I thought I don't need one. I'm understanding my brain more and more. The biggest thing I did was ADHD coaching, which I am still doing now. And that is with the counsellor that first initiated the idea of ADHD. She has ADHD herself. She
Wow.
understands it. She was so good at communicating what's going on in the brain physically, the chemical imbalance, the hormone deficiency, the physical structure of the brain. Um, and having that information was very empowering, but it was a
Wow.
whole forgiving process of trying to learn who I am again at 23 and still learning. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So
Mm.
how does that affect you now?
It affects me now because I'm so aware of when I'm interrupting people. I'm so aware of when I'm spending more money than I should without thinking, oh, I've got a bill to pay next week. It affects me every day, but I've definitely learned to make that effect a lot more positive than negative now. Um, it's an ongoing journey, and some
You
days
always, yeah, sorry. See, I do it as well.
wow, you think you might have you when I explained to you ADHD, you thought, "Oh, that sounds quite familiar." Probably why we get on. Mm,
Maybe, yeah. Yes, but you're right about everything you just said then. I thought, oh God, that's exactly what I do.
yeah,
Um, not
yeah.
being able to focus on one task
Mm.
without thinking, look at that over there. I must just go and do that.
Oh,
Um,
I love it. It keeps me so entertained. But it's
yes, you're right. Just me. Yeah.
yeah, but
Except for as got older, I've made myself finish things instead of getting
mm,
distracted, and it is hard. But
yeah,
I think, right, no, finish this, and then you can do that. But make a note of what little thing you thought of so that you can go back to it. So
yeah.
yeah, but I love your energy.
I must say, a lot of people comment on the energy I bring. I just, I'm just full of energy, so much energy. all the time. It means that when I put my head on the pillow at night, that's it. I'm out for the count for literally, I
That's
fall
good.
asleep in seconds. I think my brain is so exhausted from just jumping around like a busy beehive all day that the minute I'm ready to relax, that's it. I'm gone, asleep. It's great. I love it.
Brilliant. I didn't realize that because I do sometimes have trouble sleeping because I'm still whirring things round in my
Yeah.
head.
Yeah, it can go.
Yeah.
I think everyone is different. That's not to say that everyone with ADHD has that. Thing is, with ADHD, you're three types. You have inattentiveness, which is your sort of forgetfulness, the working memory is quite impacted. You have the hyperactivity, where the sort of motor system that's sort of midway through your brain is overdeveloped when you're a child. So you have all this sort of you have this very mature part of your brain, and then you have the sort of prefrontal cortex and the limbic system that is really underdeveloped. So it's very conflicting. Don't know where I was going with any of that. Lost trail of thought. Standard ADHD. Um, and no, it's back. It's back. I was saying about the types of ADHD, and then you have the combined presentation where you have a little bit of both, which is what I've
Do
got.
you fit?
Yeah. So I've got a little bit of both. Although my working memory is really good, so I'm really lucky that part of my brain has developed quite well. All ADHD is, I think people get a bit sick of it. They can't see it physically, so it's almost doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
Yeah.
All it is it's a chemical imbalance in my brain. My brain is about 4% smaller than the average brain. Not that your the size of your brain equals anything.
No,
That
nothing.
that myth was debunked a long time ago. But it
Was.
yeah, but it does mean the development side of it is quite impaired, it's delayed. A lot of my reactions and mental processing, which is sort of deep in the limbic system, which is the oldest part of the brain. They call it the old brain. That is um I sort of lead with emotion rather than perhaps the practical sort of part of the brain. I lead with emotion. The brain scans of people with ADHD, they're given a simple task, and to see the different brains, one neurotypical, which is your sort of average person, one ADHD, the different parts of the brain that is lit up when asked to do the same task. Yeah, always led with emotion in most areas of your life. Mm.
Yeah, because they're still learning about the brain, aren't they?
Oh, I don't think you can ever stop. It's a really hard thing, and technology is only in the last sort of 100 years we've actually been able to understand the brain, and I think there's so much more to go.
Yeah, there is, because it's so, so powerful.
Mm.
Yeah, thank you. That was really, really interesting and so good of you to be so candid about your condition.
Yeah,
So, thank you
brilliant.
for
Thank
listening to
you.
us today. This is one
Yeah.
of our little sound bites that we'll be releasing.
Yeah. 10 minutes of just focused talk on subjects that matter to us and experience we've lived. So thanks for joining.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.